Hello, I'm Jackie West. Welcome to Friday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Recently, one of our reporters had the chance to sit down with San Bernardino County Sheriff John McMahon in one of his first public interviews since the Christopher Dorner manhunt. Joining me now is reporter Imran Gori. Imran, you spoke with McMahon just a few days ago. I mean, he was only on the job for 6 weeks when this whole manhunt began. Can you tell us a little bit about what he revealed in this interview about the Dorner investigation and the whole manhunt?
That's right. This was his most extensive comments about the Dorner manhunt investigation since the case began. He talked about the search, defended the tactics that were used in the standoff with Dorner, and talked about the impact of Detective McKay's death on the department.
Now, McMahon also spoke a little bit about McKay's last moments before that shootout began in Angeles Oaks. Let's listen in.
Right there near that cabin, to put together a game plan as to who's going to search which direction and where they're going to go at that point. Within a short period of time, they see both tire tracks going towards that cabin, and I believe they saw some shoe impressions as well. So there's fresh snow there and that type of thing. So once they noticed that, gunfire erupted out of the cabin. So tactically, if our deputies, sheriffs knew that he was in that cabin, we wouldn't have stopped there. But we had no idea he was in that cabin. We were trying to put together a game plan as to which way we needed to go and coordinate the search on Glass Road.
And there's only a handful of deputies at that point. It was Detective McKay and Collins at the time?
5 or 6.
5 or 6?
To be honest with you, I don't have all those numbers. I don't know how many were there initially.
5 or 6.
Yeah, there weren't a lot, but it was the initial response.
And the truck was not visible from
Yeah, the truck wasn't visible at that point. So it's not like the truck was parked by the cabin and they stopped in front of it, and the truck was not visible. And just for whatever reason, that's where they stopped and started putting together a game plan, and that's when he started shooting at him at that point.
Now you mentioned that the investigation's still ongoing. What have you been able to learn in the weeks since, in the last few weeks, in the investigation, either through autopsies or through just forensics of the weapons used, to new information about what weapons were used by who, that sort of thing?
Well, I don't know exactly what weapons were used by the suspect in this case. I don't know. They're still doing that analysis, so I'm not sure make, model, any of that type of stuff. Our belief is a rifle that he was using of some type, but I don't know the caliber or the make or model at this point.
McMahon also spoke about how this obviously was a story that gained national attention, and I know he spoke a little bit with you about how he was able to handle all of that. What did he say to you?
Well, he said he wasn't bothered by the criticism. He understood that there were questions about the case, but he feels they did the right thing. And as far as how they handled it, he said it doesn't matter whether it was a local case or a national case, they would have done the same thing.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Imran. I appreciate it. That does it for your Friday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. I'm Jackie West. We'll see you next week.